Hi, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Uh, Now, I want to address a particular query, or you can say, I want to address something that I have been coming across lately. And what I want to address is, what I want to talk about is that many people think that unconscious mind is something very easy to understand, something very easy to access. And when I use the word access, I mean, somehow getting into one's subconscious, unconscious mind and controlling or regulating the unconscious mind. Now, what I want, what I want to clear out is, see, unconscious mind is not that much easy to get your mind into. Obviously, unconscious mind resides in your mind. It is a part of your mind, but it is not that portion of your mind which you can easily get an access into, or you can easily open the doors and get into or get inside, and you can easily come out of it. You have to understand the empirical science of psychology in a very clear way and in a very deeper way. Unconscious mind is used in a very casual tone, like in when people are writing about mental health topics, when people are speaking about mental health topics. Unconscious mind is very easily used. So the readers who wants to have an understanding about unconscious mind, they come to a conclusion that just within 5 minutes they will be able to understand and even access their unconscious mind. So whatever things that needs to be changed from an unconscious level, it can happen just in 5 or 10 minutes. This is what many people now are started to think, or have started to think, started to believe. So this is where I want to step in. So I am a practitioner of mental health, and when I use mental health, I say, now as I am talking about psychology mainly, I am a modern applied psychologist. I am a practitioner of cognitive behavioral therapy, neuro-linguistic programming, and even mindfulness. So the reason why I am saying that I am qualified to talk about all of these topics, I'm qualified, I am certified, and I am also fluent, educated in order to help individuals using my knowledge. I am saying this not to market myself. I am saying this because in order to have an understanding about mental health, you need to have a deeper understanding about many tools, or you have to have a deeper understanding about, like, how will I say it? Many areas of mental health, whether if it is psychology, CBT, NLP, mindfulness, or even some other aspects of it. All right. So unconscious mind is something which is not that much casual in nature. Whoever is a student of psychology, whoever is a practitioner of psychology, he or she will understand when he or she has read about the chapter or the whatever information Sigmund Freud, or Sigmund Freud, however you want to pronounce it, has written. So Sigmund Freud was the first, you can say, practitioner of mental health. So he was basically a psychoanalyst, he was a neurologist, and he was the founder of psychoanalysis. All right. It is a particular method of treating mental illness. So anything related to psychoanalytical, Sigmund Freud is the father of that theory or that particular science or that particular belief, whatever, or that particular knowledge. Now, Sigmund Freud has written about, or was the first person who wrote about the three different levels of mind. That is the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the unconscious mind. Sigmund Freud has also used certain terminologies, that is ego, superego, and id. Ego is related to your conscious mind. Superego is related to your unconscious mind. And id is related to your unconscious mind. So, unconscious mind, if you have read about Sigmund Freud very properly, unconscious mind is the, you can say, if you consider an iceberg, right? The top of the iceberg is the conscious mind, that you can easily have an access to what everybody else can easily see. That is the portion of the iceberg above the sea level. Now the portion of the iceberg just below the sea level, to some extent below the sea level, is the subconscious mind. That is also not that much easy to have an access to, because it is a fact that a particular person who has a very proper control of their subconscious mind, they have a very good morality in life. What I mean by morality? Morality is that person is able to differentiate what is right and what is wrong. All right. And when the person is able to differentiate what is right and wrong, I mean to say that that person utilizes his understanding of what is right to do what is right. He utilizes his understanding of what is wrong and avoids doing those things which are wrong. So that's why we say such individuals have very good moral ethics. That individual has a very promising nature, and that individual knows what to do most of the time. So how many of such individuals you come across every day who has a very fine understanding about their morality in life? They know what is wrong, they know what is right. Everybody is aware of what is wrong, what is right. But what I am trying to mean is, many individuals, even despite of knowing what is wrong, what is right, they might do something which is wrong in nature. All right. Because in those moments, their understanding or their control of subconscious mind is not there. So when we understand that subconscious mind's control, or an individual having their control of subconscious mind, doesn't happen all of the time, and it is very natural, it is very normal. All right. So thus we can come to a conclusion that even controlling your subconscious mind is not that easy. Because of the same reason, I don't think all of the individuals that I have come across are having a very correct understanding about their morality in life. If in case I'm seeing in media, or I'm reading newspaper, or etc etc. So this is subconscious mind. Now the unconscious mind is on another level. Unconscious mind is the deepest portion of an iceberg. If I want to come back to the concept of iceberg, the deepest portion of an iceberg that normally most individuals, means sea divers, ocean divers, will not have an access to. So that is the reason symbolically we try to relate that even though it exists, obviously if an iceberg is there, there will be the deepest portion of an iceberg, but it is not that much easy to put your hands onto. All right. Similarly, it is with the unconscious mind. The unconscious mind also exists, definitely, but what you are thinking, what most individuals think, is that they confuse subconscious mind with their unconscious mind. They think that, okay, on a moment I will just reflect for 2 to 3 minutes in order to understand what I need to do, what I don't need to do. This is what they are doing, is they're accessing their subconscious mind. They are trying to understand what is right, what is wrong. Unconscious mind is, if I want to give you, if I want to explain to you shortly in a very brief way, the smallest and smallest memory of your life, which you might have even forgotten, it resides in your unconscious mind, and those memories in some way or the other impacts your life. All right, so that is the reason why sometimes people do things and they are not aware of why they are doing what they are doing. All right. That's why we use the phrase that a person has acted unconsciously. Unconscious is not a state of getting passed out. All right. Unconscious means that person doesn't have a proper consciousness of what he or she is saying, what he or she is doing. And in this scenario, I'm not relating about the subconscious mind entirely. Subconscious mind will definitely have a role to play. But what I am trying to mean is unconscious mind here. It doesn't happen most of the time. It depends on how that unconscious mind has taken that person's mind, has started to manipulate that person's mind, because unconscious mind is not known for good reasons. Again, the reason why, if any of you is again a student of psychology, will be able to understand that unconscious mind is an abode to Thanatos. It is also an abode to Eros, but Thanatos is that what you can say, that part of your unconscious mind that is mainly known for very bad things, unhelpful beliefs, unproductive beliefs, and not the beliefs that it's there in your conscious mind. It is those small things that has happened in your life. You might have forgotten consciously, but in your unconscious mind, from your unconscious mind, they actually take a toll in your life. All right. And as now you have whatever amount of time I can dedicate to this particular video, I'm trying to eliminate the conception, the current belief that unconscious mind is something very casual to hold on to, or to get an access to get an access for. So unconscious mind is not that easy to understand. And if you really want to have an understanding about your own unconscious mind, the first primary practice what a person should do is introspection. And introspection is not like just for 2 to 3 minutes you close your eyes and you start to think about what has happened to you previously. A person who has started to introspect, I'm sure in 2 to 3 minutes you will not be able to uncover mostly anything about your unconscious mind. At least you need to dedicate, you can start with 2 to 3 minutes in one particular day, but then introspection is not a one-day thing, it's a process. If you do this daily, if you dedicate a portion of your time, that is a very small amount of time, into doing this introspection, that is understanding about your own self in a deeper way. When you will start this process at one time or the other, might be even after 2 months, 3 months, if it will depend on your mind, the power of your mind, and the power of an individual's mind. That is how that individual can access their unconscious mind. It again is subjective to individuals. But that doesn't mean in 2 to 3 minutes you will just get an access to your unconscious mind. I don't believe that can happen. That can only happen when a person is very much, because I'm also a practitioner of Vedic astrology, if a person is very spiritually inclined, that person is already in the path of knowing and accessing and even manipulating their unconscious mind, but for the better. So for a normal person, for a normal day-to-day person who leads a day-to-day life, all right, he or she can also access their unconscious mind, but for that the individual first of all needs to start to introspect. All right. And after a certain point of time, that individual will start to analyze that yes, there are some aspects of their life which which is impacting their conscious lifestyle, right? And if it is impacting their conscious lifestyle in a negative way, then that individual will definitely understand and know what he or she needs to do. All right. And this is what I wanted to discuss about unconscious mind. I cannot totally discuss and give you a complete end-to-end discussion about unconscious mind because the topic is extremely vast. My objective in this particular video was to give you a kind of a reality check about what unconscious mind is. All right. If a person is able to regulate their unconscious mind, the above two levels will automatically get self-regulated. That is, the subconscious mind will also get regulated. The conscious mind will also get regulated. So when a person is able to dig deep into their unconscious mind, it means the person is bringing their unconscious mind into their conscious mind. Because when you are being conscious about your unconscious, what is it happening? What's happening? It is your unconscious mind is coming to your conscious mind, and then there you are understanding and differentiating what is your eros and what is your thanatos. So you're putting your eros into your subconscious mind. That will help you to sharpen your moral compass. All right. And again, you are putting your unconscious back into its own place, so that the thanatos part of the unconscious will not bother you again. I have articulated my understanding in the best way possible. In order to further articulate it, you might have to, or if you really want a detailed understanding about unconscious mind, if you want to talk to me more about unconscious mind, you need to have a one-on-one discussion with me. All right. And for that, you can take a consultation. If you want to help you, or if you want me to help you, all right, to access your unconscious mind, if you want me to give you a direction, a very proper one-on-one direction, that I can definitely help you with. So the consultation process is mentioned in the description box. You can use it. And I also use Vedic astrology and as well as psychology in order to empower people towards a better present and towards a better future. So this is what I do, and that was it in today's video. And start to introspect. All right. The more you introspect, the more you are serious with this process of introspection, you will find the difference in your mind, at least not in a very short span of time, but in the long run, you will be able to understand how you have changed yourself for the better, how your mind has been, how your mind is now more calm and more relaxed and more sharp. All right. It's just because your unconscious mind is now somewhere in your hands, or you are somewhere able to access your unconscious mind, even parts of it. All right. Even if you're able to access parts of your unconscious mind, I think you will do a huge difference in your life. All right. So thank you. My name is Aniket, and it was very nice sharing this knowledge in this particular video. Thank you.